most people thought the internet was going to be a fad.
But the basic idea is to have something that's hopefully a little cheaper and a lot safer than the space shuttle. So in particular, it's going to have an escape system. So if something does go wrong, you can abort to safety. The downside is that while it might be a little cheaper, it's still going to be pretty darn expensive. The estimated cost per flight of orbital spaceplane is somewhere in the region of $300 to $400 million a flight.
And liftoff. The Falcon soars from its perch toward the International Space Station.
NASA has granted startup rocket ship company SpaceX part of a major multi-billion-dollar contract that was expected by some to be entirely given to an old-school name in the industry, Boeing. But no, NASA granting $2.6 billion of this $6.8 billion contract to ferry astronauts to the International Space Station to SpaceX, founded by Tesla CEO Elon Musk.
This man has a vision to create the best electric cars ever seen and consign gasoline to history.
Tesla Motors released its much-anticipated second quarter report after the close Wednesday, and it didn't disappoint those who've made a big bet on founder and CEO Elon Musk's pledge to deliver. And here are the numbers. Tesla posted an adjusted profit of 20 cents a share. Wall Street had expected a loss of 17 to 19 cents a share, so the numbers were quite a shock to the upside. And the upside is exactly where Tesla shares headed in after-hours trade. At one point, its shares were up 14% at $153. Tesla shares are now up more than 300% since the start of the year.
And it's worth perhaps just highlighting the sheer scale of the Gigafactory. And why do we even call it the Gigafactory? It's because it's actually going to be, it's not just going to be the biggest lithium-ion battery factory in the world, but it'll actually be bigger than the sum of all lithium-ion factories in the world. So if you add up all the lithium-ion factories in China, Korea, Japan, elsewhere in the world, and you sum them all up, and all of their production capability last year, the Gigafactory is actually bigger than that. So it's difficult to quite describe in words, but it's a heck of a big factory.
Well, if you've ever traveled between, say, Toronto and Montreal, maybe at some point you've thought there must be a cheaper, faster, more efficient way. Well, a billionaire inventor says he has an answer, and today he unveiled his plans to shuttle people between nearby cities at ultra-high speeds using tubes.
People packed into a pod, blasted across hundreds of kilometers in mere minutes. Sounds like the stuff of fiction, not science, but consider the source.
I have a name for it, which is called the Hyperloop. Tesla developed this supercharging technology, which is the most advanced charging technology in the world. This is something that allows you to make a brief stop at one of our Tesla supercharger stations, charge a car very quickly, and be on your way.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's cause Jesus Christ is my nigga. Woo! He's a life changer, miracle arranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger, and he died for your sins. I preach the word, that's my gig, and I rhyme better than the Torah.